In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make modern pop music. And to do that, I remade a song by Tate McRae called Calgary, and I'll break down my remake of the song's elements, the sounds of those elements, the mixing, the structure and arrangement, all that jazz. So hopefully by the end of this tutorial, you can make a song in a similar modern pop style to this one. Set the tempo around 115 to 120 BPM. Start off by getting yourself a guitar. So you can either get a sample like this on various websites like Splice, which is paid for, or Looperman, which is completely free, or you could play the guitar yourself. If you can't play the guitar yourself, then you'll probably opt to get one of those samples, but just a very simple, repeatable arpeggio-based guitar that could just play over and over again throughout the entire track. Next, make some MIDI chords around that guitar sample. These are just the chords that are played in the guitar arpeggio, and these are just going to be in the background of the guitar to help support the overall essence of the notes. I used 4 presets to accomplish this sound. I used this piano pad preset from Flex, this Vital preset from MHA's Vital Sound Bank Volume 2, another Vital preset from the same sound bank, and another one from MHA's Vital Sound Bank Volume 3. So these ones are kind of wide, airy, atmospheric pad type chords. This one's just like a standard synth to just kind of fill up the background a little more. And then this one's a piano pad sound that really gives it that overall calm texture to these synth sounds over here. And the only mixing that I put on this was an EQ that takes out a great ton of the lows. We're going to make a very prominent rolling bass line later, and we do not want these lows of the chords to counteract with that bass line and make it sound muddy and gross in the mix. So that's why we just get rid of all of those over there. Next, layer the same chords in some strings. This really helps to build the atmosphere of the track and make the sound much more full in the mix. I use this cello preset from Flex, and I use the same EQ from the chords from earlier for the same exact reasons. Next, take the bass notes from those chords and put them into some bass presets. And by bass notes, I just mean like the root notes of the chords. So for example, if this is an F chord over here, and this is a G chord, you're going to take the notes from those chords as such, and then put them into a bass that sounds something like this. So we're aiming for a very like EDM respace type scenario over there. And I use 3 presets to accomplish this sound. I use this Vital preset from MHA's Vital Sound Bank Volume 1, this bass guitar preset from Flex, and then this sub bass preset from MHA's Volume 3 Sound Bank. This is just like a sub bass that acts as some lower end support for these textured basses over here. This one is just to fill up the background of the bass sound with some bass guitar. You can't really hear that much in the mix because this one over here really overpowers everything. It's a like deep house respace type scenario over here. And then all the sounds are routed to this track with a Fruity Blood overdrive on there. Nothing done to it, just the actual preset thrown in there just to really amplify the sound and really give it a lot more strength in the mix. Now for the drums, I have this kick. It's a soft and kind of has like a lo-fi appeal to it with some added texture in the back of it. And then just this percussion. Very similar vibe to the kick. It has that lo-fi feel with some added distortion on it. And I put the two in a pattern that sounds like this. It's like a very standard modern pop pattern that you would hear in most pop songs. And similar to the bass, I put a Fruity Blood overdrive on the kick and the percussion just to kind of just amplify that sound and make it really stand out in the mix and kind of just elevate it over the rest of the elements a little bit. You really want these drums to stand out in the mix. Now for some extra effects, I have a guitar loop playing in the background. Kind of has a drone-esque to it. It's basically just some extra ambience to fill up the mix. Just for some transitional elements, I have this sweep. Very short modern sweep with a reverse crash as well. And that just leads up to the chorus over here. Now for the structure and arrangement of this track. So I kind of broke the structure of this track up into 2 parts. I have the intro or any verses or pre-chorus over here, and then everything else for the chorus or post-chorus over here. So for the first part of the verse and pre-chorus and all that, I just have the guitar playing, and you can just change up the vocals and lyrics and stuff and keep just the standard guitar playing throughout over and over again. And then leading up to the chorus or post-chorus afterwards, you have everything playing all together, transitioning with these effects into it. You have the chords, the strings, the guitar, the bass, the extra ambient guitar, the kicks, and the percussion over here for the drums. So very stripped down, simplified thing with the guitar for this part, and then this part is everything all together with the transition in between. And after all that, here's the final result.
Same bar, same street. I'm 20, but I still feel like 15.